Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. Where is everybody? Who's first? Come on. It's always a race to see
Holly.
who's first.
Somebody.
You see that face you just made?
Somebody join us, please.
You look like you were doing like Bewitched, like.
I can do it.
Do it. Where is everybody?
one.
I don't see
Somebody.
anybody. Nobody.
Somebody.
Everyone has abandoned us. I haven't seen anything.
No, somebody.
Any action. But how is everybody?
But I don't see anyone.
Hey, Annatrice, how are you?
Yay. Holly.
Number one.
Holly.
What is going on?
This is
Number
affair,
two.
Holly. Between now and last week, not getting the part.
Hey, the winner of the contest.
Ashley. Billy.
Ashley, I'm going to PM you so that we can set it up.
Hey, Billy. Ashley, where are
Billy.
we? Where are we? Nando, how you doing?
Fernando, how are you? Ashley, you were like I posted the video. You're like Cold State Park. So I want to know how much time you spend at Cold State Park.
Hi,
you knew
Amy.
that really well. Hey, Amy, how are you? Yay.
Hi, Tammy.
Hey, Tammy, how are you? It's good to be back here. And I just, we were a little bit delayed because I was talking to the station manager, and I think it's like probably 2 weeks that the cameras are, hey Jane, the cameras are already up in the studio, and I think it's going to be the testing it tonight. Hey Heidi, and this is going to be so fantastic. That how it's going to work is we're going to have a tablet, and we're going to go live on the WARA radio Facebook page, and then I'll just share it to the Stephen the Medium page, and like so everything
I'll
that
share
this
it to
happens
Coach Felix as
exactly
well.
everything that happens here on Facebook Live will actually have done in the studio. But the cool thing is you'll get to hear all the callers too, which is really wild.
So it'll be more like a live webcast or podcast.
A podcast, yeah, that's what it's going to be.
So
it's going to be so terrific. And there's 3 cameras, and they're all moving, and they're going to capture like whoever's talking. And I have no idea what that was. So it's going to be really great. I'm really excited about it. And this was supposed to be done like in, I think Jim said like in the summer, late summer, and it is.
Thank you, Tammy.
There was some mix up about it being compatible. So, but the most important thing is that it's just about done, and soon you'll get to see all of the studio, right? You know how like we bring Facebook Live in, but now you'll be able to see the whole studio. So, well, Ashley, I would hope you're not going to call in today. You got a private reading, crazy. Hey, David, how are you? And
Ashley,
Shauna.
you're very needy, like Billy. That's all I can think of when I think of you.
Hey, Jessica. Yes, I don't know if you're talking about what I'm talking about, Heidi, about excited, but I'm really excited about this. This is going to be about what?
What are you excited about?
My new purchase? What do you mean?
I don't know.
The cameras.
You switch
Connection. Are we frozen? Are we frozen?
I
Did
don't know.
we freeze? You know, I hate when that happens. I need help. I need help bad. My Frozen didn't even work because this fool's moving his head, right?
No.
Hey, Deb.
We're on.
Hi, welcome back. You froze. We're back. We're back, baby. You know, I don't know what the hell happened last week, but we did Facebook Live, and it only posted for like I think a minute in. A minute, I was going to say a minute and change, but I'm going to have to dismiss myself if I keep that phrase. Like a minute and 30 seconds or so. I don't know what happened. So, hey, Karen Spinoza, and hi, Karen. Yeah. I'm glad that everyone's here and that we get to, how do you guys give my daughter a great reading, hoping you can reach my husband. I did, Diane? That's good. I'm glad. That's what I love doing, are these readings. So, I had a amazing night at the Commonwealth Hotel in Boston, which was so terrific. It was such a great night, and a small group, a very intimate group, but it was really nice. So, and Hearts too, Heidi. Shiraway and Hearts.
Hearts. We need hearts.
I need
508-222-1320. Don't forget 508-222-1320.
Karen, are you asking Elix?
Heidi, if you
okay?
put it on, I'll pin it here.
Look at him. He's good.
No, I am good. I don't feel 100%. I'm still, a little bit sore, but I am doing really, really good.
He's doing amazing. He really is. And seeing that it's 5 weeks out, right?
5 weeks.
Yeah, so it's pretty, for major back surgery, 5 weeks out. So, so what else is going on? I told you about the Commonwealth. It was terrific. We had like this suite. The suite actually was huge, right? I mean, it was really
huge,
big.
yeah.
But we just kind of went to this little area. And mira, Luis. Hey, what happened?
Nothing. Just. Okay, I think I pinned it. Okay, no, it's pinned. Okay, good.
I don't see any movement.
No, it's good. We're
Everybody
good.
was pinned.
No, just tell them about what happened at the Commonwealth Hotel.
It was terrific. It was also filmed, which was wild. Mako, who came as a referral, was incredible. Right? I mean, he was really incredible. The nicest guy, and clearly knows what he's doing. What were you holding? A bouquet, Karen? What do you mean?
He sloughed for me, maybe?
What was I holding? I don't know.
Gina's in the house. Hi, Gina.
Gina who?
Volante.
Hey, Gina Bruno Volante. I don't see her. When Elix does the watch party, he gets to see who's coming out before I do. So.
I love you too. That's my job. Did you see what Ashley just said?
I love how Elix put you. Really, Ashley?
That's right,
really?
Ashley.
Ashley, I'm revoking your free reading. Yeah, I'm revoking. I'm going to the second Cold State podcast.
You know why, Ashley? Because I'm the man.
Yeah. It's a nice shirt, right? Ashley, you're in for it. I'm telling you, you're in for it. Hey, Gigi's in the house. Hey, Gigi, how are you?
Hey.
And Ashley,
Gigi, congratulations on your transition, by the way. We really happy and excited for you.
Of course. It's a beautiful thing. How long do we have? Mark says we have till like 5 past. I don't know.
We have 5 minutes.
The time. Hey, Croaks.
Susie.
So what else is going on with everybody? How's everyone's?
Would you want to remind people about important things? Oh my God. This one is like, you're a hot mess sometimes.
Important things. Okay, so let me think about what's the important things. Well, I was going to bring a show and tell today. That's important, and I forgot. That's not good. I'll have to do it next week. So, hey, Colleen. Remember, everybody. Hey, Ivy. I stopped my class February 10th. So, Kim's in the house. So, if you are interested, don't delay. Take a look on my website, stephenthemedium.com. You can get all the information, but it is a wild class. It's 6 weeks, and it is unlike any other class. Also, which I never really talk about, is that I also have my CD, which is on my website too. So that CD is an amazing CD and has it's sort of like a mini condensed version of my 6-week class, sort of, because it kind of incorporates a lot of elements of being a medium, being psychic, or just wanting to get to that place. So either way, you can actually get the actual CD, or for most people just download it. But it's really, really great. And I think it's track 4, which is something I'm really, really proud of what I teach in my class. A very different, special way how to really hone in on skills and ways to connect with spirit. So which is really nice.
And anything new you're gonna be doing?
Well, I'm gonna have soup when I get out of here, because Elix got that for me at Panera Bread, but it was too close to the show and I already ate lunch. So with the baguettes, which are really, really good, right? That's important.
Oh, God help me.
February 4th, we're leaving for LA from Tuesday to Friday, and I'm doing an event. Actually, we're leaving Tuesday morning, and that night I'm doing an event, which is going to be a very another intimate event
Filmed.
and filmed. So if anybody knows anybody in the LA area that wants to be part of it, just let me know. DM me or have them because it's very small group, so, and we haven't really figured out exactly who's gonna be there, but if anyone's interested in it, it's free, but it's gonna be filmed. So
Or if you know anyone.
yeah, in the
you know,
LA
if you live in the
area.
LA area,
Exactly. If you
yeah.
got friends, relatives, and they would be interested in coming, it's going to be at the.
I don't remember.
Oh, this is bad.
Well, they can, private message you and
yeah, and I'll
we'll
tell
get the
you.
details.
What town is it?
Hi, Donna. It's in Santa Monica.
Santa Monica, down in Del Vecchio. So it's in Santa Monica, and it's Tuesday the 4th, and I think it's going to be like at 6:00 or so, 6:30, something like that.
Well,
So-
we're looking to maybe have two events there.
Yes.
One of them video and one of them private. So
Hi, Margie. When am I going to do a live reading? I'm a live reading right now. Look, I'm live. I'm not a robot. I'm live. No, I'm probably. Let me figure that out because I couldn't do it this weekend because Monday was the event in the hotel in Boston, and I just couldn't do. It was too much for me with energy and stuff. So maybe I'll try to do one. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday, or
Soon.
or Sunday. But I'll let you know. So
you got stuff to talk about. So soon we got to do it soon.
But I am talking about it.
Yes. Well, we got to keep talking about
Right?
stuff.
I am. So, hey, Marianne.
Lots of people here today.
Yes, I love it.
508
I'm the
guys.
person who bugs you about cigarette. So you're just waiting for another live.
All right, 508-222-1320. Lines will be open very, very soon, and I think we got to get over.
We do?
have 2 minutes to get over.
We do?
Yes.
There's a Rose here. Who's Rose? Who's connected to Rose? Is my grandma, and I keep hearing there's someone on here connected to Rose. Roses, Rosary, or the name Rose, like a family member. Where's the Rose come?
My mother, Diane.
Diane, your mother is Rose. But Diane, is she crossed or is she here?
No, Cross, I think.
Because they're making me feel like my mom, Diane, but is she crossed or is she here? My granddaughter is Hannah Rose. Wow. That's my mom. Diane, one more time, honey bunny. Is she crossed or is she here? My daughter's middle name is, oh my God.
That's
So,
a Rose.
no wonder why they're giving me Rose, because
Marianne McCarthy.
everyone, yes,
She's
oh,
close.
okay. Diane, it's gotta be her. You know, why they do this
gotta
is
go,
because
Steven.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
I told you.
I'm gonna get in trouble. Don't move that. Look. Here we go. Got the producer on Facebook Live. That's Mocky Mock. With his beautiful. Oh my God, 20 seconds.
Focus.
That's a problem. See, I'm a mess here. Hold on, guys.
You know, Mark, just for the record, I've been telling him we got to go for the last 5 minutes.
I don't know about that.
All right, kitty.
Wow, I just got here and the music's playing.
Here we go.
Time to go live. And this will be like the last couple that we're not actually going to have the cameras on. So, cameras throughout the whole studio, which is really cool. So, good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. This is Steven the Medium on your Wednesday afternoon, and I'm sitting next to
Go Chilex.
handsome guy and yet another guy in the room,
Oh,
producer Mock with number 7. He's good. So listen, if you watched, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm again almost missed the beginning of the show because
You're a hot
Elix
mess
is just
right now.
chatting on Facebook Live, and
Not
I
true.
kept saying, "We gotta go, we gotta go."
Not
I'll
so.
tell you. And you would think Mark would get up and get me. No, no one cares about me. You know? No, I'm
Mark,
kidding. Mark
what
did.
should we do about this, Mark?
Good question, isn't it? And I told him, I said
did.
5 past.
I know. I got.
Be back.
I know.
And I was
I got
reminding
problems.
him, but he
I-
doesn't listen.
No,
Well,
I don't
you know-
listen across the board.
I could have started the theme music and done the first couple of minutes of
You
the
should.
Everyone would have loved that,
Yeah.
Mark. They
But
would have loved it.
no, it's your time, and I can't take it away from you.
Well-
I have 2 hours of my own time.
Well, you could just go into 3 hours, right? I mean, but listen, from my best friend calling at 5:07.
Like, he
He
doesn't
knows
know.
every Wednesday 5 to 6 is my show, but Paul J. Martin calls at
Put him
5:07.
on the air.
Huh?
Put him on the air.
I know. I know.
We-
But
we
listen,
should've.
last week I'm telling you, some people will understand this. I was so distracted in such a mess because the clock in the studio, the battery went out. It's the clock I watch all the time. I don't wear watches. You know, with Facebook Live on the phone, I can't see the time. I was a mess. I was a complete mess, not knowing, you know, are we getting close to break? Thank God Mark would tell me. But, you know, in conjunction with Mark's, you know, hand signals, I look at the clock and then I know, you know, that he's going to get very, very close to giving me a break. So I just wanted
And
to...
clearly, Mark, being distracted and being a mess is something so unusual for Steven on a good day, right?
First of all, I'm never a mess. I mean, do I look a mess?
No, you don't look a mess, but
Right.
sometimes, you know, you're dramatically messy. Let's put it that way.
I you know, you may be having a roommate, Mark, very, very soon.
There's no
So listen, thank you everybody for listening, tuning in. You know, we're really excited. As always on Wednesdays, there's an update. I'm looking at the brand new cameras that the studio has, which I think it's going to be 2-3 weeks when it, you know, completely goes live. They're testing tonight. I was talking to Jim, the manager, and
they are moving.
yeah,
so
they are
somebody's
moving.
watching.
This is going to be so wild that like just an updated, like a live podcast, so that Facebook Live, everyone that follows Facebook Live will actually be able to go on to stay on my Facebook page because it will be on the WARA Facebook page, but I'll just share it out, and you'll be able to not only see the whole studio versus Facebook Live, you just see that narrow piece, and you'll also get to hear all the callers, which is really, you know, so key in what mediums do, right? Because people want to hear the validations.
Of course.
And especially, I say this all the time when I do readings and do groups, is that so many times when I finish a group, someone will come up to me and say, you know, when you were talking about Dave, that every single thing you said was connected to my dad. And I always say, that's because it was your dad. He was just jumping in on the microphone, because I always say there's one microphone in spirit, and everybody's trying to grab it. So, and as I'm trying to give messages, everybody, of course, wants to talk to their loved ones. That's what it's all about. They love us, right? Our moms, dads, grandparents, if we've lost children, all of that, they just want to let us know that they're here. So it's a great thing. And just as a reminder, as I said on Facebook Live, my class, A Very Different Mediumship class, starts February 10th. I am so looking forward to that. I always love doing it, and it's such a very, thus the reason the title, Very Different Mediumship class, is because it is different. And, you know, I also forget to talk about my CD, because I have a CD that you can go on my website to purchase, and it is like a mini version of the 6-week class. And the class is also remote, so even if you can't make every Monday night, say there's one Monday night that you have a commitment, it's recorded, so you'll never miss it, and you get the recording and you get the materials. But in any case, the CD is mirrors that in a small way, and one of the tracks is something that I'm really proud of, about how to teach people to connect, and I just don't see it a lot. So it's really, really terrific. And
But for those people who know who you are, if you really feel very connected to spirit, you want to learn more about that, get in action.
Yes.
Sign up for this class. Come on, it's one of a kind.
And it's
we want you there.
And you have it. I mean, you have the 6 weeks recorded. And something else that I am branching out, and this is really based on Elix, Coach Elix, is
Coach Elix,
with,
that's right.
With his back. A couple of weeks ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to do a full Reiki. I'm a Reiki master and have those 3 levels under my belt. And I decided to do a full body Reiki scan of Elix. And his reaction and feedback was really so incredible because, some Reiki masters that do Reiki, they're also mediums. For me, it's really cool for me because, I mean, I do readings anyway, but doing the Reiki was, I don't know how a trip, even though I've never really been high to have a trip, I don't know what that really feels like. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm a good boy, right? Maybe drunk a couple of times throughout the years, but never a trip.
I don't think that people that knew you when you were younger would categorize you as a good boy.
Well, that's true.
Let's just say that.
That's true.
But let me just say from my perspective, because I can speak from the receiver's perspective, it was what I would call a breakthrough session. Like, I really thought I had a breakthrough in the experience and then the conversation we had, because you combine the Reiki and medium, spirit,
right?
And it was, I've been to Reiki sessions before. I've never had that experience. So I said to Stephen, you have an opportunity to do something that nobody else does, and thus this idea was born.
No, combining it, it was pretty amazing because I love, every fiber of me loves doing readings. I love spirit coming through and giving messages. That's really my purpose. But to combine that with Reiki and to clear energies, but also tie in the mediumship piece was pretty wild. So I'm going to put it on my website and I'm going to call it R&R. If you want a little Reiki and reading at the same time. I've been wanting to, and I've never taught Reiki, and I've been wanting to do classes anyway to teach because I really like Reiki and I think it's pretty amazing. And I think I would love to put my spin on it. And that's what I'm looking forward to. So in February, I think I said this last week and I said it to Facebook Live earlier, February 4th, we're leaving for LA from Tuesday to a Friday. So that week we won't be here, and we're doing an event there that's going to also be filmed like the one I just did at the Commonwealth Hotel, which was fantastic. The people were fantastic and it was great. But if anybody listening knows anybody in LA that would be interested in coming to this event, it's a free event. It's going to be filmed. It's a very, very intimate, small event. Just either call me, email me, send me a private message. Even if you're not there and you know someone who would be interested, it would be February 4th, which is a Tuesday night, and I think it's somewhere around 6:30.
But there's 2. That space for that one is limited, but if you still have people that want to come to one...
Well, that's not confirmed yet, Elix.
Okay, I got it.
So, yeah, so the 4th is definitely confirmed. So, Elix is just, always puts the apple cart in front of the horse.
I put the intention.
I like the
and
intention.
Without intention, nothing happens. So.
And before we go to break, I tested Elix Mark about Easy Squeezy. He screwed it up. He screwed it. Easy Squeezy, Breezy, he just completely messed it up. So
it wasn't that bad. I was very close.
So the number is 508-222-1320, and we will be right back.
I forgot all about that.
What?
I did. I forgot.
Let's see who we got here. Carolyn is in the house. Carolyn, hey. Paula, congratulations. You found the gender of the baby. Did you tell her what the gender was, or did you know what the gender was?
Oh my God, I don't, bro, Paula, I didn't tell you, did I? I think I wrote it down.
Farmers Market will be open this Saturday and
oh my God, I don't remember.
Winter from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Anhil's here. Are there calls?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I don't remember, Paula. You got to tell me.
25th, 2020 at Hope Artist Village,
Just- yeah,
1005
just
Main
fix
Street.
it.
Alrighty.
For more information,
We're
you
good.
can
We
visit
are
the
good.
Farmers Market
So
website
how is everybody?
or
When you
freshri.org.
going to the Virgin Island?
Put a group together.
Yeah, Heidi, I would love to go to the Virgin Island and see Jane. That's what I would love to do. That would be really nice. Hey, Christine, how are you? So, as I mentioned before, a couple of weeks, and hopefully we'll be completely live in the studio. You will even get to see Mark.
Oh, boy.
Joy. Joy.
Boy,
Get
we'll
to see
be
Mark
tuning in
live.
to that one.
You better.
I thought it was
you
a
know,
person, the way you were saying joy, joy.
I'm gonna make sure I wear
You
the tie-dye shirt.
you better
The gay shirt.
tighten up.
Mark's gonna wear the gay shirt.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyla.
Hi, Kyla. We're gonna see you this
Where's
weekend.
Tilly?
We
Where's
can't
Hey,
wait.
Norca.
Hola, Norca.
Kyla, that picture with Tilly and the I don't remember her name, the
Cabbage.
Cabbage Patch doll. I don't know her name. Was the
Darling.
cutest thing I've ever seen. I cannot wait. Listen, Heidi, I've never been. I would love to.
Heidi, all it takes is a group. Put a group together. We'll make it happen.
Yes.
Christine.
Christine, you have a broken ankle? Oh no, Christine. Oh boy.
You just told her, Christine.
Yeah, sending you
David.
Hey David, how are you?
What took you so long?
The February 3rd, David. No, February 4th. Just for 4 days, February 4th to the 7th. Yeah, I would love to. I'd love to see you, David, in
20
person.
stagging.
We're going
We
the
can't
first
wait.
week.
Tilly is watching. The doll's name is Anna. Anna
Ah,
Savannah.
how did you forget that?
I know. I don't know. My grandma. I shouldn't have. Hey,
Tell
Carol.
David first week in
Okay,
February.
Yeah, I did. I just did. David, he's not listening to you.
Time to go to work.
February 4th, we leave and come back on the 7th. So it's a quick trip. So time to get back to work. Welcome back to Through the Static. You know what? Before I go to a call, I was thinking a couple of days ago that maybe when the show's over, I could maybe record something as a good night. Because growing up, my father always had on "Good night, sweet tight, and pleasant dreams to you." Do you remember Lawrence Welk?
I can't.
I
These two
have-
are not looking. I'm
I
not
just-
getting any reaction
Help.
whatsoever.
I have it.
can't. I just can't with you today.
I have it.
Yeah.
It's here.
It's there.
Yeah.
You know what? It's yeah, but I don't. I want me on it. You know what I said to Elix? It's
You want
drilled
you
into that.
one?
It's drilled into my head.
What are you gonna sing?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I'm just branching out. Reiki, singing.
Wow.
Why not? Right?
Wow.
Okie dokie.
I think I better do what I do best and go to calls.
Yes, let's go to ratings.
Hi, this is Steven. Hi, who's this? Lauren, how are you? I'm doing really well. Lauren, I gotta start with, I have always loved that name, Lauren. I don't know why. It's just always been a name that every time I think about, I think also when I was a kid, there was a little girl, Lauren, that was just so darling and so sweet. So as soon as I heard your name, I just feel that. So I needed to tell you that. And you got obviously a lot of good energy. If you were named Lauren, it's a great thing. So let's see what's going on here, Lauren. Lauren, the first person who's here for you is a grandfather. Your dad is still here, right? Because your grandfather gave me that generation, and this. Okay, wait a minute. So wait a minute, are both crossed? There's a dad's dad crossed. He comes from the right side, but do you also have the left? I mean, I was going to say the left side. Dear God, do you have your mom's dad crossed also? Okay. Both of them are stepping forward, and it's really a battle between the two of them. They're both telling me how much they're with you all the time. Were you? Did you know, or were you closer to one more than the other? Yeah, that's the breakout. It's just your mom's dad. If you were young, it's just a way to say he was here less period of time. I just never know if it's just number of years or maybe it's just not the closeness, or, something like that. But it's just both grandpas giving. Do you know the brand Lululemon? Do you have any idea, Lauren, why I'm getting Lululemon? Do you wear Lululemon? Is there a connection with, or is there LL? Is there abbreviate? Like, is someone, I don't know, connected to you like with an LL name or an LL name? I just saw, I wrote down LL and then I saw Lululemon. So it's either. Oh, did you already form the LLC? Oh my God, Lauren, how wild is that? It's grandpa's just letting you know that they're walking in every step of the way. I just said to your grandfather, but you missed the C. I mean, you gave me the LL, but you missed the C. And one of your grandfathers is very funny. He's got a very good sense of humor. But what a wild way. I got to tell you, that's a very different way for spirit to give me just a sign or to share. So just please know. And why am I getting teacher here? Is someone connected to you that's a teacher or was a teacher? Is this connected to you? So I don't know if you taught something or sometimes somebody in the family, like mom, dad, someone was a teacher or someone who's crossed was a teacher, but it doesn't also automatically mean it's academic. It also can mean like teacher of music, as we talk about you getting into music, or cooking. But all I know is there's a validation for teaching because I keep getting the alphabet. So and Lauren, who's the Ava or Anna? Who's the Anthony connected to you? First name, middle name. I keep getting the it's kind of interesting. I get the name, but there's also alcohol. Your grandfather's talking about somebody drinking a lot. So I don't know if this is somebody who's crossed or somebody here, but they're validating it for whatever reason, Lauren. So maybe it could be someone in your family who's crossed. I don't know. And where's Jim, John? Where's the J come in? The G or J name for you? It's either living or crossed. Oh, okay. So I am going to venture to guess that it's Gary. It's just giving a validation. Your is there a grandmother crossed? What was that? Oh, and who's this is your mom's side? What? So both grandmothers are here? Okay, and the other one is crossed? Okay, so it's going to be the one grandmother that's crossed is stepping forward. Lauren, do you remember somebody doing something with apples? Like, I don't know where to go with this. I don't know if it's like a recipe. I don't know if it's a memory. Oh my God, Lauren, how wild is that? it's so cool that your grandmother's giving that as a validation. You got to know that when you and your dad do that, is that your grandma is right there with you and making sure that you do it correctly too. So, yeah, but she said you guys do a great job, by the way, too. You know, it's the I love giving the messages, but when it comes to food, it always gets me so hungry because your grandmother's making me smell her pie, and it's like, wow, that smells so good. There's also, Lauren, are there two of you siblings or two others? Okay, so it's just your grandmother's just giving that. She wants to make sure you know that she's giving a shout out to your sister also. There's is someone in healthcare? Oh, so grandma's just giving it. I was in a medical hospital or do something with healthcare. So just know all of these validations. I'll let you, to Lauren, especially for you, to let you know that they're all with you. And I'll tell you, when I signed on to you, all I could hear with not just your name, because I really have always loved Lauren, but it's just you've got the perseverance and really you know what you want and what your loved ones are saying. I know you talked about starting this career. You've got to do it, and you've got to keep moving forward with it because there's a lot of talent there, Lauren. And May, I just heard your grandfather say, like anything else, there's times that are going to be an uphill climb that are not easy, but you've got the stamina, and especially your grandfather just said what he loves about his granddaughter. What he loves about you is that you commit to something, and this your grandfather said what you're doing now is very different than anything you've ever done in your life. I don't know if you understand that. And not just about the industry, but just about how you feel about it. So just make sure you keep that with you, okay? All right, listen, Lauren, thank you so much for calling. All right, lots of love. And we will be right back. You like this? I know radio lingo now. After like a year and a half. Break time.
I got lost there.
Yeah. See, I'm on target, and the producer, I do this, and he's like, I don't know what's going on. So.
How about that one?
What?
You know what that is?
No, I think that's a swear word. I think he's swearing at me in like sign language or radio language. So, how wild was that with Lauren though? The LL. I was just missing the C, especially when she's in the process of doing a new business, especially with music. So, you know, when I see LL and I can hear or see like something like Lululemon, it's because I know the brand. I never know if there's a connection to that brand, or it's just a way to reiterate the LL.
What's Lululemon?
That's
God.
clothing.
Like exercise.
I never
yoga.
know, and as much as
Oh, really?
you know, I always say
Very
I would love to say that this is like a phone call, like
expensive.
I guess I'm not hip.
give me more explanation, but
had
no
it's
clue.
not. And I've never seen like I've never seen the way Lauren's grandfather gave me the LL for Lululemon. It's kind of wild. So I have to.
And it was a gift.
For me, it's almost like a puzzle
Now I know.
that Spirit gives me these symbols and signs and feelings that I know what I need to say, but sometimes if it's something I haven't seen or heard, I'm like, oh my God, now where the hell do I go with it? Like I got to figure it out. So,
Paul this morning
I
through
saw my dad last
Zarex.
night waving at
I don't know if
me
you know what
like he
that
was
is.
live. Dave, that is the coolest
Zarex.
thing. That is
It's
wild.
a
You know,
liquid
Dave,
flavoring.
that's
It's like Kool-Aid,
I would say
but
the
it's
most
liquid.
common question I get from
It's
people after I do
from the
readings, or even when I'm
So it
when
has
I'm doing
orange
readings
grape,
here,
all that stuff.
is
You
how
pour it
do
in
I
a glass
connect
with
with
water,
my loved ones?
and it
They
made
want that
like
so badly. So the
Kool-Aid,
fact that
but the
you
stuff
actually
had
got to
84
see him and waving, that's beautiful. Hold on to that and grasp it and believe it. That will actually make you get more signs. Knowing as long as your father knows that you actually believe it and you know that it was a sign from him, like a visit, it will give you more signs. It's pretty wild, right? So this break goes by so fast. I gotta get back on. So hey Matthew, how about your daughter winning? It's pretty cool, huh? Back to the grind.
Oh.
Ashley's dead. Welcome back to Through the Static. I was talking on break. Lauren's grandfather, just with it amazes me every day. So let me go back to the calls. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Max? How are you, Max? I'm good too, and thanks for calling. So, Max, before I even get into any of your loved ones that have crossed coming through, Max, have you felt, or have you ever had any experiences with sort of like the spirit world? Yeah, yeah, it's wild. It's wild, Max. It's wild that when someone's really connected, like above the mainstream, because we're really every one of us are intuitive. But if you fall over or above that mainstream, the first thing spirit will give me is to identify it, acknowledge it, because they're really excited. They want to just make sure you know that it's not a crazy feeling; it's a real feeling. So I love it. Yeah, I do. So Max, let me ask you something. Where does Robert come in? Who's crossed? Okay. So Uncle Bob wants to make sure he's really, really proud of you, and just wants to make sure you know that he's here. And I always say I never really get a lot of times what the relationship was here, like say with you and Uncle Bob. But all I can tell you is that Uncle Bob has definitely become like a guardian angel for you. He's just watching you. He's and guiding you and always protects you, Max. So I love that too, because you are so connected to spirit. Your Uncle Bob just said that he puts a white light over you every day just to keep you protected. So you really, your Uncle Bob just said to me that you're a very strong empath. So you pick up a lot of things from other people, and even intuition, and even knowing. Like if you meet someone, like if you trust your gut, you'll be able to very quickly, above and beyond anybody else, figure out whether this person's good or bad. Empaths are wild, and I love people that are empaths. So okay, so Uncle Robert was talking. There was something else. He was. Let me ask you, Max. I keep hearing Mason. So yeah, you know why, Max, your loved ones are bringing up Mason is spirit wants you to know that they know exactly what your inner circle is. Well, a lot of times people will say to me, that's so random why they bring that up. And it is random. That's what they do all the time. The majority of this stuff is random, but this is a way for me to be able to connect the dots and tell you that they bring that up because this is your friend Cassidy, and it's a way to say that, we're around in your inner group. It's like we're still here and we're with you. But where does I get a dad figure though too. Dad is here? Okay, so Max, so it's got to be then like a grandfather or great-grandfather figure. And he gives me like Stephen or Stephanie. There's an S connect. Oh my God. Max, this is so crazy. Oh my God. So, just to reiterate, I guess what I said, I guess I didn't say it well enough because Uncle Bob and your, this, is it one of your grandfathers crossed? Okay, so I love it. It's got to be one of, or both of them, just giving that as a validation. But there's also a mom, like a grandma figure too, that's stepping forward. Is that grandma or is that great grandmother? Okay, so there's a grandma stepping forward. One of the grandparents makes me feel, Max, that were you like really young when they crossed? Yeah, so the one that passed away or crossed before you were born is just sort of like to identify who they are or which side they are, and just letting you know that they have been with you. As a matter of fact, that grandfather just said to me that when you were born, the last person to hold you before you were born was the grandfather, your grandfather. Where's July come in? Birthday, anniversary. There's something with I don't. Okay, it's kind of funny because when I said July, it almost made me feel like they were doing 2 months, June and July. So probably there's something also in June. Oh, Max, are you crazy? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, this is so wild. Yeah, I thought I heard July, but then I heard June. Oh my God, you're giving me goose pimples. This is all, so much of this is happening too is because your energy is so crazy, Max. You're so connected. If you ever decide.
He should be in your class.
Well, I was going to say, if you ever decide to want to really explore this, even as a mentor, you definitely should reach out to me. And I don't say that to say you should, because Spirit never tells us what to do. It's just that you are freaky connected. Really, in a good way, Max, in a very, very good way. But there's a part of you that's afraid of it. They're telling me, and a lot of people, even myself, when I figured this out, there's a part of me that was afraid, or there could be just you that just you're good with the way it is. So it's just a great way that and the Planters Peanuts. Why am I seeing Mr. Peanut? What? Right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, not maybe, Max. Not maybe at all. That's all validations. As I mentioned, earlier, is that phone calls before, phone calls after. Anyone who's listening on Facebook Live or on the phone waiting, that's what Spirit does. Is that they want to do. They want to reach out to as many people. So in the first call with Lauren, even though she was getting these amazing validations, imagine your loved ones were already starting to say, we're just going to start telling you, Stephen, what Max has been thinking about, and we're just going to start throwing it out. So it's a great way. And your grandmother just said to me that what I said to Lauren about how talented she is, your grandmother just said that was all for my grandson Max too. So you must be an amazing, talented dancer, Max. And I can hear all Spirit that they're so proud that you follow your passion and what you're doing, and and what they also just said is that that's what they're so proud about, and just so proud that you're their grandson and great grandson, because you've got all these great grandparents coming through, and just saying that you always make sure you stay true to who you are. And that's going to bring the happiness, and that's what you're all about, Max. And I actually just thanked your grandmother and Uncle Bob for them letting you get through, because I can just feel that you needed to hear whatever they were saying. So Oh, Max, I thank you too. I'm getting tongue tied because your loved ones are all chatting and chatting, and they're applauding right now for everything you're doing. So just make sure you keep that with you, and thank you so much for calling, okay? All right, lots of love, Max. Bye bye.
If we could kill about 1 minute, sir.
Oh, so let's kill about 1 minute. So, Coach Helix, how are you?
Well, no, I just want to go back to Max. He was so awesome that maybe we should pay him to be in your class. He's so
yeah.
connected.
Yeah,
My God, Max, if you're listening, seriously, you really need to be in Steven's class. That was mind blowing.
It really was. I gotta tell you, I started with Lauren. She was also very, very connected, and her energy was like off the charts. I didn't tell Lauren that she had angels all around her, and I forgot to, and they just reminded me. So Lauren, if you are listening, just know that as soon as you tuned in, there were angels around you. And then following up with Max is pretty crazy, right? I mean,
Yeah,
this is
and
crazy.
he wears Lululemon. So what's there not to like? I love Lululemon. So
Every like
Thumbs up on
5
that.
days a week. He
That's
does,
right.
Right? I mean,
if
it's-
I could afford more Lululemons, I would have plenty of more. But they're
Yeah.
pretty expensive.
Yeah, I know, but they're great, clothing. So
I had to ask Elix what Lululemon was.
He thought it was a
I had
candy
no
bar.
clue.
He had no
What,
idea.
like a sky bar.
Yeah.
I had no. I asked him while we were on break, last break. I said to him, "What's Lululemon?" So I'm old. What can I tell you?
The most important thing is you do your job here, Mark. That's why we love you, right? You keep us going every Wednesday, 5 to 6. So it's a beautiful,
Well,
beautiful
I
thing.
always get an education every show.
So do I. Every single time I do a reading, I get an education. So we will be right back.
So just a reminder, guys, Brenda,
I just didn't wanna go too
so you
early.
cannot hear the conversations because this is a Facebook Live and we cannot connect to the radio station. If you want to hear the callers, you got to go into WARA radio and listen live that way. However,
And that's a big however, a huge however.
soon, in another few weeks, probably less, we are going to have cameras, or we already have the cameras here, and they're going to be activated, and we'll have a live podcast radio show. So you're going to be able to listen, to see us, and all of the above.
And hear the callers too, which is, as I mentioned earlier, really that's the key, right? I mean, Lauren, so far that I spoke to, and Max were off the chart. I mean, with their validations and their loved ones coming through, it's pretty crazy. Especially, I'm talking to Lauren about Lululemon, but she gets it with the LLC, and then Max comes on. He wears Lululemon every Monday through Friday. That's crazy. So both of them very, very connected, and I sometimes get a little dramatic because I get so excited. I'm telling you, when I do readings in my office, behind me is the wall, and if that wall wasn't there, so many times I get so excited when people validate things that I go back and I tell people that if there was no wall there, I would be dead because I'm on second floor. I'd be right off the wall, right off the wall. So I get really excited.
We got a minute.
We have a minute, and then we'll be back to take more callers. So whoever is waiting on the line, I'll be speaking to you soon. So I hope everybody is good. I just saw you. You need your suit. Actually, I do. I'm starving. David, that was cool, wasn't it? I mean, it really
Yeah,
was.
that was.
Debbie Borelli's in the house. Debbie, I hope
Where have you been, Debbie? That's so
unacceptable.
unacceptable.
But we give her a pass because I hope you're okay, Debbie. I saw that on Facebook you were getting checked out because you weren't feeling well.
And Kathy Clark, hi, honey.
Kathy Clark's here?
Yeah, Kathy Clark just says hello to us.
Kathy Clark, how are you? We miss you.
We miss you.
The first thing we think of when we go to the Cape is
Here we go.
CC, Kathy Clark.
All right, we got to get
Time to
back.
wrap this thing up.
Hey, Lisa. Hello, new here. How are you? Where are you tuning in
where
from,
you from?
Lisa? Okay.
You got to get going.
And welcome back to Through the Static. And let me go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello. Hi, Stacy. How are you? Well also, and thank you for calling, Stacy. So let's just see what's going on with Miss Stacy. Okay, Stacy. We got a lot of loved ones stepping forward. Stacy, I don't know who this is yet, but they're talking about. I don't know if this is numbers. Let me start with this. Do you do something with numbers? Okay. Is someone very close or connected to you that finance, accounting? The reason why I ask, and I guess let me finish. The reason why I ask is I see numbers and it almost makes me feel like refinancing or someone does something in finance or accounting or. And does he do something like in accounting, you mean? Like finance? Okay. Okay. I know, as I said, I think to the previous call or the one before that, is that you may say that's random, and it's just a way to let you know that who's. Oh, wait a minute. So is mom crossed? Okay, so it's grandma, but you got a very strong mom and dad figure stepping forward. So grandma and dad, is this dad or grandfather? Okay, so both grandparents, grandma and grandfather. Okay, so both of them stepping forward, but a big, a very big protective kind of spirit and energy as they step forward for you, Stacy. Stacy, there's also what feels like a sister or sister-in-law, or she steps forward saying that she's a young female. So when I get young female, it's a female who crossed way before their time. But that doesn't mean like it has to be very young. It could be, 30, 40, 50, 60, because that to me is still so young. Do you have any? Okay, but your aunt crossed younger. Okay, perfect. So just know it's her, and does both your mom and dad have sisters? Dad doesn't have sisters? Okay. It's very, very interesting. I asked that. There was a reason why I asked that. I felt like I was going back and forth with both sides, because I always ask when you said it's your aunt, are you mom's sister or dad's sister? But it's very interesting, Stacy, because your father's side said that I had sisters on both sides. I don't know if maybe, on your dad's side, maybe there was a miscarriage. All I know is that it felt like there were sisters on both sides. So just keep it with you. Stacy, Bob or Barbara or Bill, who is this? Either. Could be either. So when someone says my husband, then I know exactly they're giving a validation to your husband who's here. Okay, just giving it a validation. There's there's on your husband's side. I know we talked about your aunt, who she says auntie though, so your aunt is here. But your husband also has a young female crossed. There's someone who crossed on your husband's side, because there's also feels like there's a Rose. Who's Rose? Oh, so Grandma Roseanne. I always love when I ask someone coming through, what's your name, right away, and they just decide that they're going to tell me on their own terms. So just know Grandma Roseanne was like, I'll tell you, but I'll tell you when I'm ready to tell you. So just know that Grandma Roseanne is always around you. And there's also a Mary, Marilyn. There's an. Oh wow! So just giving a. I love that. I love that. So is Grandma Roseanne your mom's mom? Oh my God! So she just gave a big shout out to her daughter. That's so wild. So how great is that? Where's the truck come in, or trucking? Oh, wait a minute. Did someone just move? Oh, because I just said your grandmother just yelled at me. She was like, "No, don't be specific, Stephen. Not truck, because I saw a U-Haul. So I knew that someone just moved." Yeah, yeah. It's all double, triple validations. That's what it's all about, Stacy. To let you know that they're and there's I don't know. Do you have 3 kids? So it's just grandma just giving that as a validation. So make sure you know that they're watching over you. You've got a very good and big 2020. I don't know what is going on with you, but all I know is that your grandma just said to me, it's like a final, like a finally good. Not to say that other years weren't good, but your grandmother just said 2020 is a good year for my granddaughter. Yeah. So just make sure you keep that with you, okay? All right, listen, Stacy, thank you and lots of love, okay? Alrighty, bye-bye. Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this? Hey, Mark. Good. How you doing? Okay, so let me tune in. Mark, the first thing that I get when I heard your voice, who's Robert? Robert or Richard or Roberta, or is someone's middle name Robert or Rick or Richard? Okay, so Uncle Bobby, who's here, or crossed? Okay, so know that it's just a way that your Uncle Robbie, you said?
Bobby.
Oh, Bobby. Okay, just let you know that Uncle Bobby is stepping forward to let you know that he's here. He just said to me that my nephew would never have thought I'd be first to step forward. I don't know if that makes sense, but he's just saying he just wants to make sure you know that he's here with you. I love that, Mark. I love that. I love the fact that you thought of him and he was coming in. But he said to me that I don't know if you didn't think he would come through or not get through to me. I don't know what it is. All I know is that the most important thing is you had him in your head and he is giving the greatest validation, Mark, to say, I heard you. Yeah, I heard you, Mark. You asked or you thought of me. I'm here. So in yeah, it's exactly it. And what an amazing validation to give you. And when you just said about you feel like he's an angel, Mark, I got to tell you something. It is so way beyond an angel. I mean, he's always with you. He's always protecting and guiding you as a guardian angel. But your uncle Bobby has. And I know you said what he did as a deacon, but he's got, I can see, which I rarely see, I can actually see the archangels behind him. I mean, you are in good shape in reference to spirit and who's watching and helping you. It's pretty wild. And he just said, make sure, tell my nephew to talk to me more. He wants you to keep chatting with him, even if it's once a week to say, hi, Uncle Bobby. He loves that. And he's always with you. He talks about the cemetery, Mark, and I'm not really sure why. He talks about, I don't know if what is he saying? He keeps bringing me to the cemetery. Do you know if somebody goes to see him, or did someone just recently go to a I'm standing in the cemetery and I can actually see the headstones. So I know he wants to oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a female. It's like a grandma or mom figure stepping forward, and they're talking about. they're talking about like being. I almost makes me feel, Mark, that when they were whoever crossed when they were here talked about, I want to make sure I'm buried with this person or relative, or it's very. I'm trying to figure out what Uncle Bobby's talking about and what she's talking about, but there's something to do with the way the set, like either a headstone was put up later or something was different about the burial, and I'm not really sure who's John or Jim or Jack. George, Jane. There's a GJ that they. Who's Jacob? Oh, just giving a beautiful validation for your son, Mark. And is he the only boy or the first? Why do they give me one? Is he January or the first of the month? Well, if he so does he have you have other children? Is it another boy? Okay, so and Jacob's not the oldest. Okay, so there's something. Okay, were you? Who's? I don't know. One. I don't know if they're talking about one child, like, or January. There's a birthday or an anniversary this month in January, or the first of the month. But there's a one connection. Unless do you have a daughter? Oh, so maybe they're giving me the. Oh, there's. Oh my God, Mark, how wild is that? Oh my God, there's the one. Wow, it's pretty amazing. It's for you. They just keep giving me compliments to you, and not because they're family, because they keep saying that they're so proud of who you are, not only as a man but as a dad. You've taken being a parent, as a father, to places where no one in spirit, and of course I'm sure you have a great dad and great grandfathers, but I'm telling you, Mark, the validation they're giving for who you are as a dad is pretty spectacular. It's pretty amazing. And Uncle Bobby said that he manipulated to make sure you got through, because these lines are so crazy, it's hard to get through. But just know that you needed to get through, and Uncle Bobby said, you know what, nephew, I'm going to take care of you. I'll get you through. So I love it. And you also, like the last caller, you got a lot of good stuff coming up this year. And I wish I could keep going, Mark, but the show's going to end, and I have no choice. So thank you so much for calling, Mark. It was definitely my pleasure to get to speak to you, and I'm giving lots of love to you, okay?
I'm here. Thanks, you.
Mark. Thank you. I mean, I say this all the time. The people that call or the people that follow on Facebook, we have the greatest people there is. They are. The energy, the goodness, I love it. And Mark is off the chart with what they were telling me. He's off the chart with what his talent, his smartness. I mean, it's just wild. So, but we're at the end of the show. So StephenTheMedium.com. Check out my website for the class. Elix, your website?
Well, Performance Coaching by Elix and Coach Elix on Instagram.
Perfect. On Me Too, YouTube. Oh, make sure you go to my YouTube channel, because that's where I put these, the Facebook Live, and I'm going to be starting to do a lot more, which I have on YouTube, Stephen the Medium also. So we'll see you next Wednesday. So everyone have a great week and lots
Bye,
of love.
everyone.
Wow. This show was like off the charts. My God.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
See you guys. See you soon.
It was like amazing.